Hi everybody, welcome into this week's edition of the Coach O Show. My name is Ryan Beckman, along with Wildcat head football coach Chris Ostrovsky. Coming up on this week's show, we take a look back at the Wildcats' 41-13 win of the Malone Pioneers Saturday at the Superior Dome. We'll talk with defensive backs Julian Hornback and Brandon August, look at highlights and look ahead to the Wildcat game against Wayne State coming up on Saturday down in Detroit. But Coach, first of all, 41-13 win over Malone on Saturday. Really solid football game from your football team in all three phases of the game.
Yeah, no question. I think that we really committed ourselves to understanding the importance of playing from week to week, and I think our preparation was excellent, and for sure we were ready to play, and it showed early.
Yeah, it did. Opening kickoff, Marcus Tucker goes 50-some yards for that, and then the first play of the game, a 43-yard run by Terrence Daddy gets you on the board, and then defensively solid right after that.
Yeah, I think our deal right now, Ryan, is we really need to take a humble approach to each day and embrace the prep part of things. But for sure, it was a great day for the program. It's good to do it at home. And we're looking forward to playing again.
Well, you put up 41 points. What did you like about the offense? What stood out to you when you look back at the game from that standpoint?
I think the big play. I mean, whenever you're able to create big plays in bunches like we were able to do, you're tough to deal with. And I think right now there's a lot of different things you have to entertain from a defensive perspective in regards to preparation for us, and most importantly, we're taking care of the football, and that's been something that we've emphasized, and I think that's clearly been the difference.
Yeah, you guys able to create some turnovers as well on the defensive side, 4 turnovers on the day.
Yeah, and the defense has been physical and fast, and has been consistently very, very good all season long, and they continue to roll. So, our offense, our defense, our special teams, it's all the same to us. We try to do things that we term the Wildcat way, and it's showing up for us on the field right now. Yeah,
talk a little bit more about the special teams. I mean, the return game was really good on Saturday, and set you guys up with some good field position, some scores.
Right.
From that standpoint.
I think specials is important to us. We're going to play our best players on special teams. We meet every single day in regards to our pre-practice meetings, and we dedicate 3 periods of practice, every practice, to our special teams, and I think it shows.
You talk about the game, and you got just good effort from everybody. It's one of those games we look back, and everybody was solid for that game. For you guys.
It was a good football game. I don't think there's any doubt about it. But on the flip side, you can't take it with you the next week. So Saturday night was fun, and Sunday we woke up just like we did when maybe we weren't playing as well, and you got to move forward and move on.
All right, we'll talk more about this game. We'll look at the highlights, but we'll take a break. We'll be joined by a couple of defensive backs when we come back right here on the Coach O Show.
The Coach O Show is sponsored by
Welcome back to the Coach O Show, and now 2 guests are joining us this week on the Coach O Show. 2 players for the Wildcats, Brandon August and Julian Hornback, both defensive backs for the Wildcats. And Brandon, we'll start with you. Get your thoughts on the Wildcats' 41-13 win over Malone on Saturday. Take us back. What did you see from your standpoint?
Well, I want to say Coach Ballard does a great job of preparing the defense every week. Getting us ready for their formations and their plays and everything. So we kind of felt comfortable coming in Saturday with our game plan, and it showed.
Julian, 10 tackles and an interception in the football game. How about from your standpoint? What did you see on Saturday?
Well, what I saw was a lot of people just doing their job. The only reason I'm able to do that is because everybody else is fitting in the right gaps, and that's really what our defense is about: is freeing each other up and just allowing each other to make plays.
Seemed, Julian, last couple of weeks you make some good reads defensively and reading the passing lanes well. What have you seen the last couple of weeks from yourself, if you kind of assessed your play the last couple of weeks?
The last couple of weeks we've really drilled down our pass drops and our coverage. Coach Ballard's done a great job, and Coach Beard is working really good with our corners, and Coach Maz with our linebackers. So we're all fitting really well in the pass game. So it's really all starting to come together more than the past.
And Brandon, yourself with the stretch in there, back-to-back games with an interception, had a touchdown in there as well, a couple of fumble recoveries. How about your season? You're in your senior year. What has stood out to you?
just trying to do my best for my team. Just do my part, and everything else will play its part, and we'll do good as a team.
How about just the defensive backs overall for you guys? Been playing real well. What stands out to you when you look at the defensive backs this year?
We're seasoned. We're very confident in what we're doing and what we're learning, and we just play ball. We're confident in what we do, and that's how it goes.
Julian, how about when you look at the overall makeup of this football team? What's different this year than years past when you look at this Wildcat football team as a whole?
Well, there's a couple different things. The biggest thing I'd say would be the brotherhood part of it. A lot of us have been here for a really long time. We went through the struggle together and to get to where we are now, and that's really made us a lot stronger and a lot closer. And the other side of it is just the fact that we have been here for a long time. We're all more experienced, and we've all played together. We know how each other play, and we really click well. And so I think it's all just starting to come together finally.
Brandon, in your senior season, take us back. Tell us about how you got to Northern Michigan. What was that path?
I'm a JUCO transfer, so I did 2 years at a community college. And Coach Perella reached out to me after my sophomore season, and he asked me was I interested in being a Wildcat, and we went from there.
All right. And how about Julian? How about your story?
Oh well, I went to high school in Allegan, Michigan, and was visiting some colleges, and then one day I got a call saying come up here, they'd like to see me, and I fell in love with it and fell in love with the coaches, the atmosphere, the dome, everything, and there was no going back.
All right, Brandon, Julian, appreciate the time. Best of luck rest of the season.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. More on the Coach O Show right after this. Welcome back to the Coach O Show. Time now to take a look at highlights from the Wildcats' 41-13 win. We'll start with the offensive highlights. Put up 41 points. Bound to be a few highlights in there, Coach.
Yeah, no question. You know, the first thing is we got our lucky jeans on again.
That's right.
You got to make sure you mention the luck. We're rolling pretty good with the jeans. All right, so as we get going here, we talk about the importance of running the football a little bit, and you know, this is the way we start the game. And I just think our guys did a great job getting a hat, and then Terrence kind of finds the cutback lane, and you know, Terrence Dye is he's a heck of a story now. He came in, he's one of the first kids we recruited, worked really hard to convince him to come to Northern Michigan, and they came, you know, all these guys that have been in the program, they came on the belief that it was going to happen because it wasn't established.
Sure.
And Terrence is one of the first guys to do that. I'm proud of him, and he's going to be a heck of a senior finish player for us, if you will, and we're excited to watch him play. So that was just a good way to start.
Yeah, when you look at this play too, especially, I mean, all kinds of space as he's running out to his left side there, and got some great blocking to kind of free him up.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, you know, we're blocking downfield, and you know, I think one of the testaments here is you got, you know, obviously we always talk about our guys up front and them just doing a great job getting a hat and a half, but Tucker blocking downfield and Keandre doing a heck of a job. I mean, that's the thing. These guys understand the importance of playing together, both offensively and defensively. That's what this program's about, and that won't change. It's about not being selfish. It's about doing your job. We wrap up here, and this is probably the next drive, if you will. We drove the field a little bit. This is coming off of a big play, and then we're able just to process some information, throw the ball to the flat there in the boundary, and again, protection is excellent, and we're strong up front, and everybody's doing their job, and we're able to get a hitch there. Now it's one-on-one. Let's see how good of a player you are. And Paris Woods just gets better and better and better every week. He's a joy to coach. He's a wonderful kid, and I'm excited for Paris, and does a great job getting in the end zone there. First up, 2 touchdowns on the day.
Absolutely, and 3 touchdowns the last 2 weeks for him. And in his first season as a Wildcat, was there a little bit of an adjustment process for him coming in?
You know, it came in the spring, and that's critical. He was a mid-year guy, and I think you can't underestimate those 15 practices in the spring. That was really exciting, and I think because of that, I don't think there was much of an adjustment this fall. Okay. As we move forward, we threw in a special teams play here, and Coach Maslowski, who coordinates our special teams, is as good as anybody in America in regards to understanding the importance of special teams, organizing those things. Our kickoff return team really is managed by Coach Knight, who does a heck of a job with our scheme. and our guys just execute the plan and understand where we're going. And then, the thing is this, guys, if you're going to win college football games, there's no such thing that you won games because you had a great coach or because you were loaded with talent. What you need a talent that believes in the plan, and I think that's where we're at now. I think we've got some guys who can really play at this level, and you see Marcus break one deep, and they completely are entrenched in the Wildcat way, and that's what's exciting for us.
Yeah, I think when you look at this play, I mean, that was his second 50-some yard return on the day. The first one, I mean, after that, it's kind of keep it away from Marcus Tucker. Let's kind of bounce it down to him, and he's still able to do something with it.
And they're still able to get him the ball, and he's got 5 weeks left in his career, and maybe we'll have a couple of weeks after that, who knows. And I'm going to miss him. I love him.
Yeah, absolutely, and even just special teams overall in the day, as we had talked about a little bit earlier in the program, was phenomenal. I know all the emphasis that you guys put on special teams each week, and we talked a little bit about that in the opening.
Yeah, no question. I think it's critical. It's an important part of the game, and we understand that. We work real hard at that phase.
Shea Brown on the afternoon, 15 of 18 passing and converting his first 9 pass attempts.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is understanding, taking care of the football. He's processing information, and now he's starting to, we said this last week, put together a string of some really good football games where he's efficient and he's smart and he's leading the team a little bit. And again, it's a process, and we'll keep moving forward.
All right, we'll take a break on the Coach O Show defensive highlights when we return.
The Coach O Show is sponsored by
Welcome back to the Coach O Show as we continue looking at highlights from the Wildcats' victory over the Malone Pioneers on Saturday. Defensive highlights now, holding Malone to 13 points, creating 4 turnovers. A really solid day for the defense, Coach.
No question. I think in regards to what we're trying to accomplish here as a football team, it's really about us as a team, and we do things the same way, under the same philosophy, and it's married the same. And we talk about the Wildcat way, and our defense is doing a heck of a job, and it's part and parcel to the grand plan. But we're big, we're fast, we're physical, we're downhill, and guys are making plays. This is a great example here, and just so smart and savvy. Levi Perry in the middle there, and he's just reading quarterback's eyes and makes a great pick. And you're talking about a kid that is a construction management major who did an internship in Dallas over the summer. He's already been offered 3 different jobs when he graduates. Just a heck of a kid, and he's been an amazing ambassador for us in our program, and just so happy to see him make a play here, get upfield, get in the end zone, and that's Wildcat football. That's pretty cool.
We talk about Levi Perry, and it seems to be a theme with the entire Wildcat program, and obviously the strengths of a program. Not just great football players, but great people as well.
Well, I think what we've done is we've really tried to do things the way we do them. I didn't try to become someone else or have a conversation and say, let's do it the way we did what we thought. And really only the real difference is we're winning games a little bit now. We still have a long way to go in regards to our product, but you do good things in the classroom, and you recruit kids that truly have your back, and there's great loyalty to each other in that locker room, and winning takes care of itself. So we knew we were on this track. We just weren't sure when exactly it was going to come. It's happening a little bit right now, and certainly that's a theme. There's really good kids in that locker room, and there's no question about that.
Sure, absolutely.
Now, of the 105, there are 2 or 3 that are knuckleheads, so I don't want anybody to get, but for the no, they're awesome kids, and they're kids,
Right.
they're growing and learning, and they believe in each other. I tell you that.
Sure, always important for sure.
Yeah.
As we see Levi stumble on into the end zone there for the Cats.
Everybody excited. That's awesome. Okay, here's a big moment for us. We're you got to put pressure on the quarterback. It's critical in this league, and Malone's no different. GLIAC school, and we're just getting a great push up front. Dante Holmes makes a great job creating some pressure, and then LJ Liston picks the fumble up, stumbling all over the place, and just an exciting time, and we've seen our defense do this now, week after week after week after week. Where we're driving the football, and then when they get into that 30-yard line area, we just come up with great plays, week in and week out, and that's a testament to our players and their want to, if you will. But you can see these guys are working their tail off to get to the quarterback, and Dante has the initial hit, and then everybody's around the football. LJ picks it up and trying to make a play with it after he pick it up, and good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really good stuff for us. Okay, as we get going here, and I think this is the last clip of the day, and this is from a head coaching perspective, you're excited when guys are flying around and we come off the edge and we need to make that play, right? So we don't. But then we're flying to the football. We get pressure. We hit the quarterback. And then with the ball in the air, Julian, who you just saw here, Julian Hornbeck makes a great play, an athletic play on the ball, gets the pick, gets his feet down, and that's a great football play. Awesome pick for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you look at it, you think, oh man, they almost had the quarterback, and then it turns into an interception. You get the football instead.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So just a good play for us, and the back view is pretty cool too. And good pick, real athletic pick.
Yeah, absolutely. The Wildcats with the 41-13 win over the Pioneers. We'll take a break here on the Coach O Show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Wildcats' upcoming road game against the Wayne State Warriors. That's next, right after this. Back here on the final segment of the Coach O Show as we take a look at the Wildcats' next opponent, the Wayne State Warriors, heading out on the road, Coach. First time out of the UP since opening week of this season. And talk a bit about your approach to road games. How does that differ from the home games?
I think what we try to do is create as much of a normal setting as we can, and in regards to the preparation leading up to the deal. But the bottom line is it's not normal. It's different, and it's certainly a phase of our program where we're excited to get over that hump as well. Play well on the road is critical, and winning road games in college football is tough. It's not easy. And get a good night's sleep, have breakfast, go play and win. That's the recipe.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the Warriors this season. They're 2-4 on the season. I think 1-4 in the conference. Yeah. But similar to Malone, just a couple of plays away, and could be looking at a whole different season for them.
Well, they're big. They're physical. They're a heck of a football team. I don't think there's any question about it. And when you watch them on film, you see a very physical football team that has won a lot of games in this league. There's a lot of guys on that team that have won a ton of football games, and we're going to have to be really good to win down there.
What stands out to you when you look at them defensively? What concerns you going in?
Physicality.
Yeah.
They're coming after you, and they're vertical, and I think that stands out.
When you look at the Wildcats 4-2 on the season, you guys, you look at the penalties or lack of penalties for this football team, been really solid in that area this year.
Yeah, I don't think that you stumble on being good in that stat line. You got to be you got to understand how to play this game properly. And penalties we got after some penalties here 2-3 years ago, and I think it's something we really work hard on, and our guys understand that.
Real quick, Coach, one big key for this weekend.
Well, I want to be really quick so they don't. No. I think one real key for us is to win. Mm-hmm. Let's go on the road and get a win. Sure. Let's come back here 5-2, and I think we could do everything in our power to get that done.
All right, Coach. We appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for this week's edition of the Coach O Show. Join us next week when we take a look at the highlights from the Wildcats and the Warriors and look ahead to their next game. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. So long.
The Coach O Show is sponsored by